Hi, today's video is going to be a review on The Crow. So the first time I watched this, I actually wrote a review on this that I was aiming to publish online and actually never did, and it's just been sitting in a notepad for like the past year, so I'm going to read you that first and let's see the difference between what I thought then and now. 16-year-old Frank has to say, I really enjoyed this film. I wasn't too sure on the idea of the vengeful spirit taking human form at the beginning, and the first 10 minutes of the film weren't greatly promising. At first, I thought him replaying all the images of his death and his fiance's rape was kind of cheesy, but I lightened up to the intro when I found out it was part of his powers to re-see things. Not just a cringy montage. I enjoyed his style of revenge, getting straight to it. Take Bruce Wayne, for example. He takes years to get his shit together, and when he does, he doesn't seem enthusiastic enough. What? The Crow, Eric Draven, however, I didn't even pick up on anyone's name first time I watched this. Like, I've just left a blank space because I didn't know what Eric's last name was. The Crow, Eric Draven, however, returns from the dead, realizes his wounds heal instantly, and goes on a murderous rampage over 3 days. He has his shit together. The acting from Brandon Lee, again, I just left a space. Couldn't be bothered. The acting from Brandon Lee was great, as was the directing. I think the script was quite predictable and basic, but it worked. The only scene I didn't enjoy was when he was killing everyone in Eyeball Guys. Eyeball Guys. Top floor. The camera shots were cut in a way so it only focused on one shot for a few seconds, 3 to 5, making the scene feel rushed, which is actually something that I dislike in any sort of action fight scene. Overall, an entertaining film. I recommend superhero and revenge fans to watch. I also liked his makeup. I have in brackets at the bottom, and I gave it 4 stars. Because I wanted to feel professional. Because I was going to take this seriously, and I never updated the blog. I think I posted 3 times. And then forgot the password. So, my impression of it then was pretty good, and it's even better now, rewatching it. I absolutely love this film. From the get-go, the music that starts playing at the very beginning, it gets you ready for something that's gonna be really intense, and you're just like, oh yeah, this is gonna be really awesome. And then it is. Just from the first 5-10 minutes, they build up really well that Eric comes from a delinquent town where the law doesn't seem to be obeyed by pretty much anyone. We're showing this clearly through the characters and the images of the town, but less obviously, they build up a really good atmosphere that yeah, this is somewhere that you wouldn't really want to go to. And it seems typically one of those towns where everything's really run down and everyone who lives there pretty much lives there forever. Other than the one towards the end at Eyeball Guy. Crow. I don't actually know the character's name. Top Dollar. That's Eyeball Guy. Other than the action scene towards the end, when Eric is in Top Dollar's, I was about to say apartment, in his place of business, I guess, where he's got everyone who's part of his squad, all kept together, and they're all yeah, this Crow guy is probably not real, and if he is, we're gonna beat him up. And then there's a guy who is friends with Fun Boy, who's all just no man, this guy is legit, and he's gonna kill all of us, and it's terrifying. And then Eric comes along, and he's all pew, 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 pew. I don't think I'm very coherent at the moment. Let me restart that. Don't change the camera angle. They don't change the angle of the shots too much. They don't change the shot too much when they're showing Eric fighting anyone. I think this is a really crucial thing that a lot of action movies or just any film that has a fight scene in it tend to forget, because I find it really difficult to focus on a scene where they're fighting and it's all shoot off or stabbing each other or fist fight or whatever, and they keep changing the shot every 3 seconds, and I'm what am I focusing on? And then it ends within 20 seconds and you're just oh, what? And you just know the protagonist is gonna win that fight either way, and it's just just a waste of just under 20 seconds. Whereas in this film, I don't feel we have that, except for that one scene. There's actually only 2 things that I can really pick out of this film that I dislike. The first thing is that Eric's cat, Gabriel, looks really freaking healthy. And no cat that has no owner and is living out on the streets for an entire year is gonna have fur that look that good. I want to pet that cat. It looks soft.
What is this?